terrific atmosphere. Jermaine Beckford has scored more goals in a season than any Leeds player since the legendary John Charles over 50 years ago. And he was on target twice when Leeds beat Millwall 2-0 in a league game here back in February. A similar winning margin tonight would be enough to get them back to Wembley, because remember, away goals do not count as double in the playoffs. If the aggregate score should be level after 90 minutes, they'll have extra time and, if necessary, penalties. Leeds will get us underway. They've won their last 11 home games in a row. It's their best sequence at Ellen Road since the Don Revie era, 40 years ago. And they have the best home record of all 72 clubs in the Football League. With this passionate crowd behind them, they're going to make it very tough for Millwall tonight. But in the part of London that they come from, we're expected to stand up and be counted. And I'm sure they will be. Craig, the Millwall captain, with the first clearance. Nerves are bound to play a part here tonight, Don.
Well, it's a huge pressure occasion, isn't it? And a huge crowd, a big atmosphere, and the prize at the end of it is a trip to Wembley. The ultimate prize, of course, is getting back in the Championship, which, of course, is what both of these clubs really want. It's a big opening 20 or 30 minutes for me, for Millwall.
Whitbread, the American-born centre-back, big part of Millwall's success this season. Neither of these clubs have done particularly well in the playoffs. It's Leeds' third appearance in the last 4 seasons, and they have failed to win promotion each time. Menacing attack here. Howson runs straight into trouble, though. As far as Millwall are concerned, it's their 5th time in the playoffs, and they haven't even yet got beyond this stage. I think we can expect to see a few tackles like that tonight. We've got a Premier League official in charge in Mark Halsey, and he might have to produce a card straight away here.
Well, we're only a minute in, and I think, you know, the Leeds United players don't need to get involved. The referee's seen it, let him do his job. I mean, Boulder is notoriously a tough tackler. And Kenny Jackett would expect Millwall to be really competitive here tonight.
Fairly obviously yellow, and that's right. We are only 2 minutes into the game after all.
Absolutely, he's an experienced referee, Mark Halsey, and I've noticed, you know, his ratio of sending offs is low. He's a pretty tolerant referee, and I think initial reactions are that's the right decision. I mean, Boulder goes through the back of Snodgrass, and that is a really strong early challenge, and he's got to be careful now for the duration, hasn't he? The last thing Millwall can afford to do is to be playing against Leeds, crowd behind them with 10 men.
Beckford trying to lose his marker. The referee's going to have to keep an eye on that little scenario as well. The Leeds United number 9. They're trying to push up and get an offside here, obviously Millwall. Becchio is good in the air as well. Whitbread even better on this occasion. Desperately trying to prevent the corner, Millwall, but they failed to do so.
Well, they want a free kick, don't they? They feel that the defender gets lent on. Becchio challenge, it's not the greatest defensive clearance. I think it's Gary Alexander feels that Sam Sodji has lent on him, but officials don't see it that way.
Becchio the target again here. It was Alexander who got it away. High-powered start. Looked like a possible foul as well.
Oh, it's good refereeing, isn't it? I think Mark Halsey see Millwall able to break, plays the advantage. I'm sure he'll earmark whoever that was that made that challenge and have a little word with them.
Henry kept it on the pitch. The 19-year-old on loan from Reading, selected instead of Mark Laird on the right of Millwall's midfield tonight. Furious early pace here. Deafening noise as Beckford takes Leeds United forward. He's lost Craig for the moment. Can he get in his cross here? No, he took too long. And Boulder calmly playing it back to his skipper.
Well, they're well aware, aren't they? Millwall very well aware of of the damage that Jermaine Beckford can cause them. He's already scored twice, as you said, here at Ellen Road against Millwall. It's noticeable that there were two men around him as soon as he got that ball.
Leeds did lose the first leg of the playoff semi-final last season, but still went on to reach the Wembley final. Carlisle beating them 2-1 here. Leeds win 2-0 in the away leg.
I remember it well. It was dramatic, wasn't it? Very, very last minute. They don't want to leave it that late here today, and the way they've started, they're clearly trying to take the game right to Millwall, put the pressure on really early.
Leeds certainly finished the regular season strongly, winning 11 of their last 16 games. Just 5 points off an automatic promotion place.
Well, it's good form, isn't it? But I have to tell you, Millwall also won 11 of their last 17, so they're certainly no mugs, and I think you and I saw enough in the home league fixture here from Millwall to suggest that they can be a threat here to Leeds United. They played very, very well on the night. They came the wrong side of the result, but they showed enough that they can cause Leeds United problems tonight.
What a wonderful job he's done in his first season here. He guided Blackpool to promotion from this division through the playoffs a couple of years ago, but as a Leeds man born and bred, a one-time fan here, I'm sure promotion at Ellen Road would mean a great deal more to him. Saturday's defeat, incidentally, the first time he's lost in the playoffs in his whole career as a player or a manager. The team will win the first leg at home, usually go on to reach the final, interestingly, in this division.
Millwall know Leeds' goals prowess, scored 100 goals this season, which is quite remarkable, and they've only failed to score here at Ellen Road twice. It just shows you the huge task that Millwall are facing here tonight. It's the dilemma, isn't it, for Millwall? Do they attack? Do they sit back and defend? I think it's a dangerous game if they do try and sit back. Sure, I think that they can hold Leeds for 90 minutes.
There's Boulder. In the Premier League in his Derby County days, done the Irishman at right back, giving it away then to the youngster Parker, one of the many Leeds United players in their squad who used to watch the team from the stands and terraces here in their younger days. Gallup, the hottest property in the Football League these days. A poor, sloppy ball there by the youngster Parker. This is Jimmy Abdul. Henry. Abdul ready for the return ball. Parker in strongly.
He was in strongly, Parker. To get that tackle right, and he did. You can see the effect it had on Jimmy Abdul, limping away from that challenge.
Having time to let that go out. Five years ago, Leeds were playing in the Premier League, and they had 3 seasons in the Championship before being relegated to League One. It's the lowest division they've been in the club's whole history. Here's Becchio, the Argentine striker. Beckford to one side of him, Gallup to the other. Threw himself at it. Snodgrass, the young Scotsman, better on his left foot, retrieving possession. Douglas with the cross. Craig with a header away. But the danger hasn't gone, it has now.
It's interesting, as Fabian Delph was crossing that ball into the box. 4 Leeds United players were in that 18-yard area. But you watch and see how many blue shirts get themselves back in the area as he's crossing that. 7 Millwall defenders. And that just shows you that Millwall are well aware of the task and the job in hand, trying to keep Leeds United out here.
Parker. Becchio's header on. Whitbread in quickly on Beckford. And a foul given against him. Waiting for a bit more movement up front before he delivers the free kick. Not very well in the end. It's Leeds United forward again. Boulder's interception. Done. Henry. That's gone out.
You see how quickly Ben Parker was out to James Henry there. Like a flash. Henry gave him a tough game, didn't he, down at the New Den?
And it's been given away. Beckford. Snodgrass wanted it. Abdu didn't give him time to make up his mind, though. And another tackle goes in, and a strong on Abdu.
Well, he's set the benchmark, hasn't he, Mark Halsey, for yellow cards. Johnny Howson absolutely launches him. He does so well, doesn't he, Jimmy Abdu? And as he plays that away, Howson in very, very heavily. This ball breaks, comes out of nowhere, doesn't he? That's a strong challenge.
Howson will get a telling off. He was the player whose goals launched Leeds United to the Wembley playoff final last season. Scored 2 up at Carlisle.
Mark Halsey's calling Richard Naylor, the Leeds United captain, over to have a word. It's been a very frenetic start, hasn't it?
1 or 2 players going through like a combine harvester on their opponents.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because he's only called Richard Naylor over. This is Howson's tackle. He's in. He's a little bit late, and I think, you know, if Adam Boulder's getting a yellow card, I think Howson's really lucky not to see yellow for that.
Both finished in smiles, and no card for the youngster from Leeds United.
I told you he was lenient, didn't I?
Morris trying to follow that one through. Sanjay was there ahead of him. Boulder. Morris again. Thought about going for it, but in the end it was too close to Ankergren, the Danish goalkeeper, big favourite amongst the fans here.
He had to make 1 or 2 smart stops, didn't he, on Saturday afternoon?
And away by Frampton. He's just been voted Millwall's Player of the Year by their fans. Craig's clearance.
It's interesting, isn't it? We're nearly 12 minutes in, and one of the players I consider Millwall's most threatening, Dave Martin, out on the left wing. I don't think he's touched the ball yet.
Beckford, neat control. A little return ball. He's screaming for it again on the edge of the box. And that's another corner for Leeds.
He's done well. Robert Snodgrass, just for a second, thought he might have been running out of room, but he stretched out a leg. His team the corner, and up come the big boys.
Sajay in the penalty spot, starts his run now. Vecchio always a threat in the air. Sajay seemed to be held, and the referee had a perfect view of it and gives nothing. Leeds defending tigerishly. And they've got Beckford and Vecchio in advanced positions here. Here is the Argentine. Snodgrass. Howson. Kenny. Right back, Douglas joins in, and it's a good cross as well. We can try again. Howson. Snodgrass went straight into Abdu. Howson. Douglas. Along the ground for Beckford. Whitbread's never been more than a few inches away from him tonight. Leeds bossing the early possession here, but Millwall will have expected that. Here's Delph. That was a great effort. Good block by Craig. A game that's living up to expectations, this. Harris.
It's a little bit of respite, isn't it, for Millwall, because they have been under enormous pressure, and Sodji looking to move, and Frampton with him. He's got his hands on him, and look at referee Mark Halsey at the top of your screen there. He's in the perfect position to see that bit of jostling. Defenders always run the risk, don't they, when they grab hold of strikers' shirts.
Dunn doing well and getting his cross in. Boulder. Vecchio wins it back. The whistle's gone for the use of an arm.
Mark Halsey drops over his shoulder, and clearly it's a great decision, and he's in a great position again, isn't he, the referee? It's a really hot atmosphere, isn't it? Almost amount of pressure on referee Mark Halsey to come up with the right decisions. Crowd are baying for blood.
It's the biggest attendance for any game in the Football League this season. As Whitbread chips one up dangerously and the referee saying some holding. Douglas gives it away to Frampton.
You've got to be careful not to be taking free kicks like that too quickly, Leeds United. I don't think the strikers were ready for that. As the ball came forward, it was easily cut out.
Sure, our younger viewers might be surprised to hear that although Millwall don't quite have the distinguished history that Leeds United have enjoyed, they did have a couple of seasons in the top flight, a couple of decades ago now. And, FA Cup finalists, weren't they, 5 years ago?
Yeah, they were. The season in Europe, didn't they? Yeah, on the back of that FA Cup run.
Kenny Jackett has built a very good side here. Henry, the player on loan. Dunn. Abdu. Possible handball there by Henry. The referee decided it was a chest. Frampton did brilliantly. Now Dave Martin wants it out on the left. He's being starved of possession. He gets it from Alexander, and he can cross the ball, Martin. Delph. Looked dangerous, back into his own box there to Parker. Howson. And he gets it back from Kilkenny. Early for Beckford. Craig was struggling for a moment, just got enough on the ball. Delph. Howson. Oh, that's a good ball. Snodgrass. Two in the middle for him in support. He went for goal, and maybe a teammate was the better option.
I don't know, having worked the ball in, he's a very attack-minded player, isn't he? He was always looking to come inside onto his left foot, let rip, doesn't really catch hold of the ball properly, and therefore there's no power. It's going to kind of trouble David Ford in the Millwall goal.
To be fair, he will have felt he was entitled to the effort there, Snodgrass, because he scored 5 goals in his last 12 games from out wide. Taking his time. Away by Sudjay. Beckford's touch to Becchio. I'm back. Delph sees a bit of open land in front of him. Kenny makes himself available for the throw. Sudjay. Naylor. On to Douglas. He's played in 2 playoff finals for Leeds United and lost them both. How much would it mean to him to get back to Wembley again? Here's Abdu for Millwall. Lovely layoff by Harris. And Naylor just got something on it, so too did Douglas. Martin. Alexander in close support. Referee's let that one go. Now, eventually, the whistle blows.
Well, there are some great matchups, aren't they, all over the pitch? And over on that far side, Martin and Snodgrass battling it out, the 2 midfielders, and Martin's arm all around Robert Snodgrass. It's another good decision from Mark Halsey.
Great. Henry, Abdu. That could be a good ball. And that will be a corner. Millwall's first.
was a good ball, and Gary Alexander held his position well to keep himself onside. Thumbs up for the pass, and first corner for Millwall. Their big central defenders make their way forward. What a time for them to score.
Hampton on the far post. Turned away by the skipper.
A little bit of respite for them, isn't it? As we saw Leeds dominating the lion's share of possession, pushing Millwall back. They'll take the time with all these set pieces.
Douglas with the clearance. Vecchio in a tangle trying to win it back. Off Martin, who gets another good cross in.
I said he'd been starved of the ball early on, and that's why Millwall really need to get Dave Martin on that football.
Beckford, that's a lovely layup for Kenny. The return ball to Beckford. Just couldn't kill it quickly enough.
Oh, one good touch by the big fella there, and he would have been in with a real shooting opportunity.
Boulder goes long, looking for the leading scorer for Millwall, Gary Alexander. But Leeds have it back again. Parker. Naylor. To Douglas. Vecchio. Snodgrass. Good build-up play this. Until that moment anyway. Alexander. Well spotted by Sajay. Crowd enjoyed that. Not so much the ball though, but they've retrieved possession anyway. Hauser. Douglas storming down the right. Here he is. Well, that had young Parker in two minds, and his hesitation has proved to be serious. Alexander, Sajay in quickly again. Considering he's had so little football in recent months, Sajay looks very sharp tonight, the man on loan from Reading.
He does, he's very strong, isn't he? Pace and power, that's what you want in a central defender.
Martin. Frampton. Boulder. Beckford's already starting to run down the centre. They like to hit him early when they can, Leeds. Hauser. And something happened off the ball, far side. I didn't see it. A lot of fans did.
The assistant referee did. It's a brilliant spot. I spotted it from up here. It was almost rugby tackled. I think it was Dave Martin. Gets the wrong side. Look at the top of your screen there, Leeds. It's Douglas going, and Martin pulls him back. And watch. Assistant referee spots it eventually. It's brilliant officiating.
Yellow card for Dave Martin, the former Crystal Palace player. Andy Garrett, the official who saw that offence. Lifted high. Couldn't get anything clean on that ball. He's going to have to race back now with Martin in possession. Frampton. Big, strong character at left back, and Naylor was in the right position, as was Craig at the other end for Millwall. Frampton. It's come through to Alexander. James Henry. He played that very early, too early. Of course, two other teams hoping to get promotion from this division clash tomorrow night, 7:30. It's live on Sky Sports 1 in high definition as well. MK Dons against Scunthorpe. Also intriguingly poised.
A bit of food for thought, isn't it? Simon Grayson, great tempo to his Leeds team. Hope to create one or two more clear opportunities.
Brilliant header on from Vecchio to Beckford, who gets it back now from Snodgrass. Good save! Delph, and he's there again, the goalkeeper.
Well, right on cue, weren't they, Leeds? I said, hoping to create better opportunities. Watch the movement from Beckford. It's a brilliant run, and it's a super strike, and Ford can only beat it out. Falls to Delph, And he slips, doesn't he, as he's trying to get the strike. This is a powerful strike, but as Fabian Delph follows it up, he just loses his footing. Can't get any power on the rebound.
Well, Leeds have apparently turned down several bids from Premier League clubs for Fabian Delph, who's still only 19, already an England under-21 international. Vecchio's header on. Do there for Millwall. Leeds United's throw. Like Leeds, Millwall were playing in the Championship only 3 years ago. They were relegated the season before Leeds went down. And the referee is going to move in again here.
There's no need. There's absolutely no need for players to get involved. I mean, Mark Halsey's literally just a couple of yards away. Delph flies in. We know that he's got a hot streak, really. One or two challenges that he puts in that are borderline, to say the least.
I think it's a great idea to have one of the Premier League's top referees doing a match of this nature. He's used to the crowd, he's used to the inflamed passions.
Absolutely. Yeah. I have to say, all the referees that have done the playoff games have been absolutely outstanding. We've got most of the decisions. He just gets lunged at by Gary Alexander. There could have been a free kick there, but you can't stamp down on a football pitch. And he was nowhere near going over the ball, but he does stamp down on the ball, and you're not allowed to do that. Dunn not happy. But it's when the players get involved. You've really got to leave it to the referee to do his job.
Here's Abdu. Kenny blocked the shot, but he picked up an injury in the process. Just limping away in midfield, the Leeds United man, and he couldn't get anywhere near that ball because of his injury. Alexander in the middle. That was very close to Pellegrini. He did well to hold on to it.
There's another one we've got walking a fine line now, isn't he? He makes a tackle, Fabian Delph. He needs to mistime one. He's in trouble.
3 cautions in the opening 25 minutes. Howson for Leeds United.
3 cautions in the opening 25 minutes, but more importantly, from a Millwall perspective, no goals.
Neil Kilkenny, the Aussie international, still feeling the pain of that earlier block challenge.
He's going to be a little bit concerned, isn't he?
Potential replacements on the bench. They've got a couple of midfielders, Leeds, Bradley Johnson, Andrew Robinson.
Well, this is probably how Kilkenny gets that as he strikes it. It just strikes him on the end of the toe. And when you get a ball struck with that venom on the end of your toe, it really shudders through your ankle. Possibly twists it, stretches ligaments. Leeds will be hoping that's something that he can run off.
Robinson, one of those readying himself just in case. But Kilkenny seems to have recovered. He's played in the Premier League as well in his Birmingham City days. First to react to the throw-in. Frampton, Kilkenny back on the field now for Leeds. Alexander's header was done in behind the former Norian man. Abdu joins in again with Alexander. It's a good ball for Dunn. Henry out on the right flank has gone the other way to Boulder. Whitbread. Forward towards Harris, and then away again by Sodja, who's missed nothing so far. He did have a shoulder injury, quite a bad one, on Saturday in the first leg, and Simon Grayson didn't think he was going to be available for tonight. Here's Becchio for Leeds. Still limping a little bit, Kilkenny, although he played that ball sweetly enough. Parker, Becchio. It's a good ball. Hauser. Snodgrass already coming in from the right flank. That creates room for Jonathan Douglas. Here is Snodgrass. Away by Doug. Bit of confusion there between Delph and Parker. Leeds have got away with it. Snodgrass. Becchio. Back again to the Scot. His weaker foot is right. Whitbread had made any kind of contact on that. He could have fooled his keeper.
Well, it could have been nasty, couldn't it? Any kind of real deflection on that. It opens up for Snodgrass. He has a shot. Whitbread, as you see, hangs a leg out. It's a little bit lucky that he doesn't make contact with the ball.
Leeds finding the spaces in midfield. Snodgrass. Yeah. Dispossessed, and then just hung his leg in there on Howson.
Don't forget he's been booked as well. Got to be careful. Leeds United, as you can see, certainly took the initiative in terms of attempts on goal, and David Ford from Millwall goal. Is the goalkeeper being called upon?
Sam Sodje has made his way forward. The left-footed Robert Snodgrass will take the kick. Movement, a well-practiced set piece here, apart from the delivery, perhaps.
It was like the Red Arrows, weren't they? Leeds United players there, bombing around all over the place, but overhit, and that's disappointing from a Leeds perspective.
Always worth coming to Ellen Road, by the way, to read the match programme, and in particular the column written by Chairman Ken Bates. In his edition tonight, he's had a go at MP's expenses, the media, the Manchester derby, hooligan fans, the British weather, the British tax system. And that was just the first page. He lives, by the way, in Monaco. Sodje gets it away, just the throw. He's made the trip over from his tax haven tonight. But I tell you what, he's breathed new life back into this club, to be fair to him. Delph, Craig onto it for Millwall.
You have to give a lot of credit to Millwall, don't you? They're over half an hour into this game now. They're still intact. They've still got their lead, and I also have to give credit to the Leeds United supporters, because normally after 20 minutes, half an hour, as an away team, you can quieten the home fans down, but this Leeds crowd are having none of it, to be fair to them.
It's a ball clearance by Ankergren. He was very lucky. There was a covering defender, Naylor, in front of him. Here's Martin to take on Douglas. He got support from Snodgrass, and he needed it.
I really like him, Dave Martin, Millwall's left winger. I think if I was the Millwall involved with him, I'd be looking to get him on the ball every opportunity. He can make things happen.
Well, Millwall will feel they have weathered the early storm, more than half an hour gone, and their aggregate lead is still intact. And they've got a corner.
Yeah. I'll be thrilled with the way his boys have gone about this job. Knew that they would come under pressure, and they certainly have. They've stood firm, though.
Frampton can be a big threat in the air, the left back. Alexander's power is known as well, and the whistle has gone again.
He's asking what for, ref?
Just got on with it, Leeds. Kenny, Becchio. Well, that was a poor layout, straight to Alexander. Harris is to his right. Well, if he'd moved the ball a bit quicker then, he would have been in trouble, but Kilkenny has gone down injured again for Leeds United. And I think they're going to have to make a change.
He's he's waving his hands, isn't he? He's waved his hands at the bench. Can't continue. It's so unfortunate, isn't it? Not the normal way that you would get injured, is it? Blocking a shot, but that's what's done it for him. Well, this is how he takes the injury. It strikes him on the end of the foot and twists the ankle. Credit to him, he's tried to run it off. He hasn't been able to. All he can do now is cross his fingers that Leeds can get to Wembley and he can heal.
Sunday, May the 24th, the date of the final against MK Dons or Scunthorpe. And Robinson is indeed the player who will replace him. He played under the opposition manager, Kenny Jackett, when they were together at Swansea.
Very creative player, isn't he, Andy Robinson? Very, very capable player to be bringing on. Probably will mean a little bit of a reshuffle for Leeds United. I would imagine that Fabian Delph will move into the centre of midfield. Although, to be fair to Leeds' four, they have been rotating all over the place, and that's what Millwall's midfield have found difficult to cope with. But it brings a different kind of problem to Millwall. Very skillful and tricky.
Most of his games wide right. Snodgrass has kept him out of that position. Minutes to half-time. Tom, what have you made of it so far then?
Well, I think Millwall have done what everybody connected with them could have asked of them. Likewise, Leeds, you know, they've really thrown the kitchen sink at Millwall at times, but just haven't been able to find that breakthrough. It's really finely poised.
Here goes Delph, who has indeed, as you suggested, gone into a more central position now. Took that well, didn't he, Alexander? Harris is offside, however.
Refereeing by Mark Elsie. Does he let it go? Does he play the advantage? Sure, actually.
Millwall finished 5th in the regular season. And incidentally, the team who have finished in that position has gone on to reach the playoff final in each of the last 4 seasons. So recent history is on their side, and so is the aggregate scoreline. Delph under pressure from Abdou. And Parker joins the attack. First time for Becchio. Just touched away. Leeds throw.
Just had an inquisitive look, didn't he? Becchio at the referee. So nudged a little bit. Not a very strong appeal, though.
Snodgrass will get it back to Douglas if he can. He's got other ideas, more positive ideas. Good ball in, away by Dunn.
Of course, the longer it goes, he might have to start worrying a little bit and wondering what his team can do. Certainly asking a lot of questions of Millwall, but Millwall standing strong, and Kenny Jackett will be absolutely thrilled.
When you think Millwall were in the relegation places when he took over from Willie Donachie in the early part of the last season, it just shows you what a great job he's done as well. Similar to his successful 3 years as manager of Swansea, including winning promotion through the playoffs in this division. There's Harris. 2 in the middle, and Leeds had to deal with the cross.
Alexander was in space on the far post, and normally you'd expect Dave Martin to whip that ball in there. Chose to try and be a little bit more intricate than that.
Frampton may look for Alexander with the throw. He certainly made himself available. Whitbread. Abdou threatening to win the header there, just away by Parker. Vincent's touch has taken it to Boulder. Henry. And Leeds United's Dan Parker wins that little battle of the teenagers. To ball that was. He even caught his own teammate Snodgrass by surprise from Delph.
The pace of it took Snodgrass by surprise. It was fizzed across, wasn't it?
Alexander.
There's no doubt about it, Millwall are growing into this game, aren't they, as an attacking force. They're slowly but surely pulling forward, and Gary Alexander's got a good strike on him in that right foot. He's quite entitled to have a go from there. Just can't quite keep it down, but it's positive.
There he began his career at West Ham, although he never made the first team there. Robinson. Parker. Made a great run here. Beckford, can he pick him out? Oh, what a ball then, and Beckford was completely unmarked.
I'm not sure the flag wouldn't have gone up had it got through to Beckford. Zach Whitbread and Tony Craig in the middle of that defence, more than a really high line. How well drilled back there.
Delph. Abdu's challenge. Howson. Play on, says Mr. Halsey. Snodgrass loses out to Whitbread, but it's Delph again for Leeds United. Howson. Douglas. Snodgrass making a run. And it's Abdu who intercepts.
He's been outstanding, you know, Abdu, in every sense of the word. Going forward and providing protection to his defence.
Alexander's in a great position here. That looked a possible foul. And it is.
Well, he took his time, Mark Halsey, didn't he? I don't know whether he was waiting to see whether an advantage broke, but he was in a good position again. This is what Dave Martin can do. He runs with pace, with the ball, little nudge by Snodgrass, and he goes down easily. He gets the free kick, Dave Martin. Well, we know Gary Alexander. We were here at Ellen Road, actually. He smashed a beautiful free kick that was literally inches wide of Kasper Ankergren's goal, and it looks like he's eyeing this one up, possibly.
He left-footed Dave Martin, the other option. Here's Alexander, and it is not on target.
I think the less said about that, the better. Gave him the big build-up, didn't I? Commentator's curse.
Craig's headed away. And as far as Parker. He's there again. The Millwall skipper. That's offside, Harris.
Well, must have been close. Must have been pretty close. Playing on the shoulder there, wasn't he? As this ball comes forward, do the Leeds get out in time? It is millimetres, isn't it? That is, I think, giving the benefit of the doubt to the defenders.
Leeds haven't lost a home game for over 4 months now, but simply not losing is not good enough tonight, as Robinson takes a stab at that ball that dropped almost perfectly towards him.
Neil Harris is going down now. I think as he went through and tried to break the offside trap, I think there was a coming together between him and Ankergren in the Leeds goal. He carries on, the whistle's gone, you can see everybody stopped, and then just catches his thigh, doesn't he, on the follow-through. That right thigh onto Neil Harris's right thigh. Could be a bit of a dead leg.
Well, obviously, with Jason Price in our studio, rather than out there on the field for Millwall, that would be a serious blow if Harris was unable to continue. The all-time record scorer and the man who got the goal that separates these sides at the moment.
Well, you would hope, wouldn't you, that given it's a bang, most of the time when you get a bang on the thigh and a dead leg, you can run it off. That's what Millwall and everybody connected with Millwall will be hoping.
Harris scored 2 goals when they beat Leeds United 3-1 at the New Den back in October. He's okay, Harris, by the way. He's on the touchline waiting for the referee to wave him back on, which he has now done. clearance. Sajay sliding in, it's always a bit risky. Robinson. Howson. It's a good early ball out to Snodgrass. Robinson with him. Beckford and Becchio in the middle. It's Becchio with a header. And it's off the defender for a corner.
Well, the defender does ever so well. We know how strong Becchio is in the air, and he pulls away the far post, attacks it well. Cannot quite see who gets the final touch there. And Becchio clearly looks as if he's above. Tony Craig not happy with that decision.
Becchio again makes a run towards the far post. It was Abdu who got it away, though. What a good half he's had, as you say, Don.
He's been brilliant, hasn't he? Millwall have done well. They've got the balance right between defending and attacking.
And it was Abdu again with another vital tackle. 4 minutes of stoppage time now. Usually long for the first half.
We've had a couple of injuries, haven't we? The physios have been on.
Done. Boulder. Acknowledges the error. Rain falling heavily now at Ellen Road, making the surface slicker. Snodgrass. Only Beckford in the box. Others joining him for Leeds now. And didn't he do well? Didn't he do very well? And a big shout for a penalty kick. But the referee says, get back on your feet, nothing doing.
The referee's spot on again, absolutely spot on, gets himself in the perfect position.
How cool was that from Sajay? Gelf. Beckford will keep chasing here, as will Robinson. Craig was never going to get an easy ride.
There's the crowd again. One final push before the half-time whistle. Stay strong if you're Millwall, haven't you?
Robinson. He had to beat the referee and he didn't do so. Almost out of sympathy. Halsey's given them a free kick here.
It's Boulder again, you know. Adam Boulder has got to be very, very careful. It's 3 times now. He's already... That's the referee's tackle, but then Boulder dives in again. I think he's walking a tightrope, you know.
Should Mark Halsey have been cautioned for his challenge?
Well, I think he should, to be fair. Yep.
Could be dangerous, this. Sweet left foot, Snodgrass. He can usually place the ball where he wants to. Well defended, but it is another corner.
Gary Alexander, striker, gets himself back. That's good, strong defending, isn't it? More to do yet, though.
Huge applause for Snodgrass, just because he trots out there to take the corner. That's the kind of atmosphere we've got here tonight. But Millwall have indeed stood up to be counted. Sajay and Frampton there in a little set-to on the near post.
Look at that, every single Millwall player in your picture there, back defending.
It's another useful delivery as well. Hampton's going to slide in here. You could see that coming, couldn't you?
Well, you could see it coming, and he had to get it right, because I think that was inside the penalty area as well.
Fans urging Leeds to get on with the throw-in. There's no panic, no panic. They've still got 45 minutes and more to turn this around. Parker. Sajay. I don't know why the crowd is so impatient here. It's still only the first half. Naylor goes long, looking for Becchio. That's a great header by him. And he's won a free kick.
Well, I'm not so sure about that. First impressions, I have to say. Becchio, well, I'll give the referee apologise, because look, arms all around Becchio. He goes to ground very, very easily, but as a defender, you cannot put your arms all over strikers and expect to get away with it. And now they have got a really, really scary position, Millwall, to defend.
Well, we are in stoppage time at the end of stoppage time, if you know what I mean.
I've seen Andy Robinson in his Swansea days lift this kind of situation over the wall and into the goal,
which he's tried to do here.
Well, look at the frustration on his face. He's only like that because he is so much better than that. It doesn't really get anywhere near. That might be just about that for this first half.
And there is the whistle. Well, Jermaine Beckford, the leading scorer at Leeds United, had a couple of decent efforts, was thwarted by David Ford in the Millwall goal. And there's a little bit of a set-to, incidentally, as the players are going off. Ankeragren, the opposition goalkeeper, has got something to say, and that just sums up what a difficult first half it's been for the match officials and Premier League referee Mark Halsey. There is tension, there's a little bit of edge, and there's a huge prize at stake. 0-0 at the interval at Ellen Road.